In this episode, I've made it from Alaska to the edge of Death Valley National Park, and I'm enjoying the greatest tailwind and downhill ever imagined.
After yesterday's pretty tough climb to get over the Montgomery Pass and into California, I am being gifted with the most amazing tailwind and downhill. Just coasting along in the beautiful Eastern Sierra. Death Valley, here we come. Oh, I'm so happy I came back to California. This could be a big day for distance. 3 hours, 31 minutes. I've done 101 kilometers. That is a new land speed record. That's amazing. And it's simply because I'm going downhill. Eastern Sierra's over here. And I'm on another little valley, basically in a valley with massive peaks. Here we go, Death Valley. So I'm verging on the edge of Death Valley now. As you can see, the landscape's changed again. It's starting to get much more deserty, there's a lot more sand about. 7 hours I've cycled for today, so not including any breaks or anything. I'm at, if you can see that, 188 kilometers cycled. With every pedal stroke that I'm doing, there's a new record. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out, this is pretty dark, but I've just crossed 200 kilometers. There we go. Can you see that? 200k. Death Valley. Here we go. Death Valley National Park. I'm here obviously in the middle of the night. I still need to find somewhere to sleep. Yeah, the time's 7 PM. I'm going to cycle for another 30 minutes or so, and then I'll sleep. But I'm trying to drop and get away from this wind. Good morning. So yesterday was the biggest day I've ever cycled. I ended up cycling 237 kilometers, which is nearly 150 miles. Just short. I ended up getting to my bed about 10 o'clock at night. I had to keep going because I was really high in altitude. It was about 1,800 meters and it was cold. And the wind is stopped now. No wind in the morning. But the wind last night was so hard. So this is where I've had to camp. Let me show you. I had to find rock protection from the wind. There we can see. That's one way to do it. Get on the motorbike. Oh, it's much quicker than cycling. Finding it hard already. I've done 4.6 kilometers in 37 minutes. Steep uphill. It's going to be worth it.
Climbing into the wind and heat of Death Valley after a 237 kilometer day was brutal. The thing is, with any hill I face, I know that I'm capable of making it to the top, even if it takes a lifetime. One of my biggest traits is stubbornness, which is a good trait to have as a solo bike tourer.
So windy. Look at my shirt, the sweat. That is the biggest climb of the day done. It's taken me 2 hours 20 minutes to do 15k. That is exactly what I want to see. Do you know what that means? That means downhill, baby! Let's go! Yeah! This is Death Valley. I'm heading down below sea level now. See the dunes on my left. Long old road ahead of me. It's beautiful. So I'm at Stovepipe Wells, where I've been able to fill up all my water, and now I'm about to get back on the road. And I've just bumped into two wonderful people.
Hi, my name is Susan Stephen. I'm from Vermont.
Susan.
And I'm Mark.
And Mark. And Susan and Mark have really kindly offered me a load of food. And what are these?
I bumped into Susan and Mark at the tourist information point at Stovepipe Wells, and they kindly gave me some energy bars and almond butter. They also offered to take me out for dinner at the fancy restaurant in the resort in Death Valley if I met them at their campsite. So I cycled for a few hours to meet them, and they took me out for the most amazing meal I think I've ever had.
It is, isn't it? It's otherworldly.
We're in Death Valley, and I have been very, very kindly offered to come for dinner with Mark and Susan. And this place is possibly the most fanciest place I've been in America. Oh my goodness. After you. Oh my goodness.
It's a saloon.
This is in Death Valley.
Please check your guns at the door.
Why does it say that?
There by the moose.
Oh yeah.
With the boomers.
Yeah, so that's proper Wild
That's
West.
pretty cool.
My dad would love
And a
that.
steer.
So I'm with Mark and Susan, and they've really kindly invited me to the Wild West Death Valley saloon. It's a proper saloon. Yeah. And thank you so much for the beer and the soon food to come. It's genuinely really appreciated. So,
We're thrilled.
We're thrilled that you enjoyed it.
we're going to be telling stories all night.
You're living a dream for many, many people that would like to do it. I'm not sure they do it quite as long as you are.
On a bicycle.
But my goodness, who wouldn't love to have
Time to
the courage to step out of the tracks that our lives take and say, I'm going to make this work for me for a while. And that's what you've done. It's awesome, man.
Thank
it's
you.
Great. We're just thrilled to hear all about it.
I'm so excited to hear about your stories and your family.
When I was slogging up the mountain valleys of Death Valley, the last thing I expected to be doing later that night was to be eating ribs, having a beer, and sharing stories with fantastic company. Moments like this never cease to amaze me. I am so grateful to Mark and Susan for taking me out and spending their time with me. The next day, Mark and Susan happened to be driving to Las Vegas, so I opted to join them and save myself 2 or 3 days of cycling. By this point, my motivation for travelling by bike was waning a little bit. I craved the company that hitchhiking with a couple provided. We stopped briefly at Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America at 282 feet below sea level.
So here I am at Badwater Basin, and this is the lowest point in the United States. I am 85.5 meters below sea level, which is 282 feet. Pretty crazy.
This was the first time I'd hitched a ride since I was in Canada, and it was such an easier decision this time around. My journey isn't about stats or figures. It's not about impressing strangers on the internet. The journey is mine to do as I wish. Travelling by bike is when I'm usually at my happiest, but occasionally I enjoy mixing it up and spending time with new friends I meet on the road.
Yeah, Mark and Susan giving me a lift, saved me 3 days of cycling, which is unbelievable. And I'm now open to taking lifts. Occasionally, it's the first one I've taken in the USA. It might not be my last. We'll see. We're going to Las Vegas, baby! Woohoo! So the plan is not to stay in Las Vegas for very long. I've previously, a few years ago, already been to Vegas and seen pretty much most of what it's got to offer. And yeah, I'm not overly keen to be spending a lot of money, getting drunk, etc, etc. So I will spend tonight in a hostel and then tomorrow we'll continue. This Vegas stay is nothing but a quick short break. So that is the end to my time in Las Vegas. I'm with Kate. You want to say hello, Kate?
Hola.
So Kate is helping me to take this box from bus stop. Where are you staying next?
The Luxor.
Kate's staying at the Luxor, which is a fancy ass hotel at the bottom of Vegas. And this box is just going to stay there in the concierge check-in area. They're going to be like
1 star, 5
They're going to be
star.
like, why the hell have we got this bloody box staying here? Because I don't think many people turn up to the Luxor with a bicycle box. I'm flying today, so I'm leaving Vegas, but because I'm still a cheap Yorkshireman, I'm getting the bus to get there, which is pretty good. As you can see, the bike is all boxed up. It's a bit dark, ready to go.
So you might be wondering, what the heck is going on here? 1 minute I was cycling the world, the next minute my bike is boxed and I'm flying to, at this point, an unknown location. I did a pretty terrible job of documenting this part of the journey, so let me talk you through, in real time, what happened. Hello, Adam from the future, and I am going to give you a quick update on what's going on in this video. So at this point, I'm in Las Vegas, been there for 10 days, had a really good time, and I decided in Vegas that I was going to fly across the country. I was going to fly to Mississippi to meet a girl I quite liked. I'm not going to say anything more than that because things didn't work out. So retrospectively looking back at this, it was probably a mistake, albeit it's a learning lesson. I flew across the country to meet a girl that I'd previously met in San Francisco. She's not appeared in any of the videos. And yeah, she's really nice, but things didn't work out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Kate, really good friend. She's just appeared in the video there. I last met her in Thailand, and she then came out to Vegas. She happened to be in Vegas at the same time as me, so we met each other, having met each other before. So that was really good, and I think, to be honest, that was one of the highlights of my whole time in America, was spending time with Kate. So yeah. That was brilliant. Right, I'm going to go back to the video. We're going to go back to Vegas, and very shortly, you're going to see me fly across the country to Mississippi. So I'm in the Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen restaurant, which is in Las Vegas. Beautiful views outside, as you can see. And I'm not here alone. I've been kidnapped by... which I'm kidding. Good old look. Been kidnapped by a crazy Australian who's just really kindly brought me for dinner, and genuinely I think this is the nicest dinner I've ever had. I am not a cycle tourist right now. What have you done to me?
What we have here is our pumpkin soup with our toasted papitas, Granny Smith apples, and butternut squash.
Thank you, Fred. That's wonderful. So this is a butternut squash fancy ass pumpkin soup. Is it pumpkin soup?
The peas, Granny Smith apple, and
And it tastes amazing.
it's actually really, really good.
Kate has gone for it with
The French Viognier.
It's really nice actually, isn't it? You want to try and describe the wine? Use some fancy words.
Cruel and unusual.
That's a good description. Cruel and unusual. It's got a nose of cruelness.
Really nice white wine.
That'll do.
After spending 10 days in Las Vegas, I was now ready to fly across the country to Jackson, Mississippi. In hindsight, this moment was pivotal in me deciding to eventually return back to the UK and put the bike tour on hold. That's right, if you didn't already know, I'm currently back in the UK. I have a job and I'm now looking to build a community of my own in the UK and save some money and explore places closer to home. This channel is going to continue and I hope you guys will still support me. I'm still using Patreon to give rewards to patrons that want to support this creative project. Future videos will be about bike tours and adventures in the UK, and they will follow once I've finished the USA series. I'd like to thank Ling's Cars for signing up as a patron. As I change direction with the channel, your support is appreciated more now than ever before. You can look forward to more stories from my adventures back in the UK and beyond. Until next time, see you then.